Hey, what's going on guys, WotM here today, bringing you a brand new Destiny video. And in today's video we are doing another gun review, but this time it is on the hand cannon Fever and Remedy. This is the hand cannon that drops from Wrath of the Machine. Unfortunately I did not drop this weapon as an adept, so we're just going to have to do it on the legendary version. Before we go into a gameplay guys, we're just going to check its perks and we're going to check its stats. Obviously this hasn't got a burn on it because it isn't an adept version. So, fire rate. This weapon has a 22 fire rate, and comparing it to another raid weapon, this is the same fire rate as the Fatebringer. So it fires the same as the Fatebringer. Moving down to impact, and it is at 81. Again, this is the same as a Fatebringer. So a very decent impact. This and the Fatebringer are the highest impact hand cannons from the raids. So the fact of it being so high and got a decently good fire rate for a hand cannon, not the best but it's decent, this thing is going to kick ass. Moving down to range, and its range is 41. Definitely good range for a hand cannon, definitely good range. The fact of it having hammer forged on does give it that extra boost to range. If it wasn't for that perk, then it would not be as good as range as a Fatebringer, which is at 40. So thanks to hammer forge, this does put up the range for quite a bit. Moving down to stability, and this stability is 53. This is a lot better than a Fatebringer for stability. The stability on a Fatebringer is only 34, so as you can see this weapon is shaping up to be just as good, or if not better, than the Fatebringer. And then moving down once more to reload, and the reload is 43, which is just a little bit better than a Fatebringer, which is at 41. So yeah, fire rate, impact is the same as a Fatebringer. The range makes it better than a Fatebringer. The stability is better than Fatebringer, and the reload is better than a Fatebringer. So overall stats wise, this weapon is the best raid hand cannon in theory. But moving down to the perks, that's where this thing is going to change and see if it will actually be better than a Fatebringer. So starting at the top, and that is smart drift control, predictable and controllable recoil, penalty to range. Moving down to accurized ballistics, more range and impact, increase recoil, and then field choke, more range and impact, increase recoil. So I'm sticking with smart drift control just because I don't like to see the stability go down on hand cannons. As you guys know, I don't like using hand cannons that much, so I need all the stability I can get. Moving across, we have reactive reload. Reloading this weapon after a kill grants a damage bonus for a short time. Very good perk to have on a hand cannon because after every kill you are normally reloading. This has got a 10 mag, so it's not quite as good as a Fatebringer for magazine, but the fact it has got 10 bullets, we're going to see me reloading quite a bit, so this is going to be a good little perk to have on this hand cannon. Then moving across to hammer forged, improve range and accuracy. Moving down to speed reload, reload this weapon quickly, and then moving down again to reinforced barrel, increase range, reduce stability. As you guys know, like I just said, I do prefer stability and range, and hammer forged is what gives this weapon its range and stability over the Fatebringer. So I'm going to keep with hammer forged instead of the other perks. Then moving to the last one, and that's quick reaction. Gain increased agility while the reactive reload perk is active. Personally, I don't think this is the best perk to have on this hand cannon. You don't really notice agility in Crucible unless you are a hunter, because they are the most agile class. As you guys know, shade step, jump in, everything. That and Titan, definitely for agility. A Warlock is pretty slow if you don't know how to use them properly when, you know, like the skating with a Warlock. So I don't know, I don't think this is much of a beneficial perk to have on it than Firefly for the Fatebringer. It's time to jump into a game of Crucible guys and see how this hand cannon bears against some other weapons. I've got high hopes for it, so I'm hoping it's going to show me how well it can do. So yeah, if you do enjoy this gameplay guys, please sure to smack that like button, and also please sure to subscribe if you're new, and it is time to kick some ass in some Crucible. Okay guys, so that was the Fever and Remedy in action, and wow, this thing hits hard. When that reactive reload kicks in, this thing hits so hard. At one point in this video I hit 108 damage from one headshot. This is a really good weapon to use in Crucible. This is, I highly recommend this weapon to be used in Crucible. Like, I'm just going to compare this to an IS Luna or a Palindrome. I do highly recommend this weapon, however there are better hand cannons to use, like the Palindrome. Like, that thing has got luck in the chamber and everything on it. Oh, if you don't use a Palindrome for a hand cannon, seriously, you need to think about your life, because that thing is super OP. But this thing definitely comes close with how good it is. The stats are pretty much the same, just the Palindrome's got more range and the reload is a little better. But other than that, this thing beats that Palindrome and the Fatebringer in all of its stats. Now, this is by far the best raid hand cannon, so I will be using it a lot more for the raid as well, seeing as it's got quick reaction and hammer forged for PvE, so I'm going to use it a lot more. But yeah, this is a really good weapon guys. Highly recommend dropping it from the raid and using it in PvP or PvE, because either way it's still going to do some damage. So this is the end of the video guys. If you enjoyed this video, like I said before, please sure to smack that like button, and also please sure to subscribe if you're new and enjoy my content. But it has been a pleasure, and I'll see you in the next video guys. Adios.